Listening test and tips for OET aspirants. My name is Dr. Anish John, and I'm glad to assist you in helping you get good scores for your OET. Let's begin with Part A. The new listening Part A has had a complete makeover when compared to its predecessor. You have 12 questions to answer from a conversation, could be a monologue or a dialogue. Monologue is when one person alone is speaking, whereas in a dialogue you have more than one person engaged in a conversation. You have 30 seconds to look at the notes while listening. Let's suppose the conversation is between a cardiologist and the patient, and therefore it's a dialogue. Here is the tip. The patient is going to give you the answers you need from the conversation, and the doctor will be guiding you through the notes. You should be able to anticipate the answers by visualizing the context while listening. I would visualize the patient with heart-related ailments and talking to the doctor about his, say, discomfort or recent issues, history, medication, pain, if anything similar to that kind of a condition, diet plans, etc. In Part A, I will look at questions ahead of listening to match the conversation with the context. Pay attention to the subtitles in each question section. Let's look at an example. The patient's name is Susan Thomas, and the first subtitle on the question booklet in Part A is background. And here are the questions. I'm giving you 3 questions. Has had, fill in the blanks, over a long period. And the question number 2, reports of pain in dash part of the body. And the third question, most recently dash has become a concern. So to fill in the blanks or fill up the portion which is empty in the sentence, you need to pay attention to the conversation and simultaneously look at these blank spaces, and that's the best way to look at it. And pick up the answer exactly the way it is. If it is a phrase or a plural form, please do not change it. Moving on to Part B. In Part B, you will hear 6 different extracts. You will hear about people talking. For questions 25 to 30, you need to choose A, B, or C. You will have time to read each question before you listen. Hence, you can answer them as soon as you listen to the conversation. For example, let's suppose question number 25 is about an optometrist talking to a patient who is trying to use contact lenses for the first time. Here is a question. What is the patient concerned about? Say it's question number 25 with 3 choices. Choice A is blurred vision, B, soreness in eyes, and choice C, how to remove the lenses. Here are the tips and strategies you could use in Part B. Do not spend more than 15 seconds per question, which means 5 seconds per choice. 5 seconds for A, 5 seconds for B, and 5 seconds for C, not more than that. Find out who is speaking to whom. Know that the answers could confuse you because all of them could be relevant to the context. And look at the choices here. All of them are definitely relevant to the context because you see an optometrist is in conversation with the patient. Focus on the questions and listen carefully to the conversation. Be clear that there can be just one correct answer. You can eliminate what's not directly linked to the context, though it sounds relevant. Circle the correct one, A, B, or C. Remember, you have 5 seconds before the next question related conversation starts playing with a ding bell. Let's now discuss Part C of listening. This is most probably going to be an interview with a healthcare professional or on a healthcare related topic. You have a total of 12 questions subdivided into 6 each. 31 to 36 as one, and 37 to 42 as the second part. These are multiple choice questions, or in short, MCQs. You will answer them by listening to the conversation. Part C is generally perceived as a little tougher when compared to the previous parts. I do not think that's going to be a problem for you to score 12 out of 12 if you follow a strategy and practice enough. Please follow my tips here to ensure you score at least 10 out of 12. You have nearly 90 seconds, that's 1.5 minutes, to go through each text extract. Therefore, you have a total of 180 seconds before the audio begins. While reading through, please underline verbs and nouns, as these are the possible hints for your answers. Take notes as you listen to the conversation and use the elimination strategy to rule out irrelevant options from your choices. Remember that the questions here might not be sequenced. It could be in a haphazard manner. I would read questions 31 to 36 and then back from 36 to 31 in reverse order when I have the first 90 seconds before me. Remember, the conversation would not be paused and keeps rolling while you figure out answers to the questions. Quickly scanning through the choices at the same time listening to the conversation would come to your advantage in managing time. For the second extract, I would again read from 37 to 42 and then in the reverse order from 42 to 37. Remember, short-term memorization always works. That's all about the tips and tricks for you to score very well in listening. Good luck, and let me know if you need help. Bye-bye.